Hi, I'm Peter Michael with White River Egg Products, and this video is going to show you how to use our compressed straw pellets in your home garden. We'll mainly demonstrate how these pellets work as a mulch, but they can also be used as a soil amendment. As we go through this video, we'll discuss three main points: weed prevention, water retention, and overall soil quality. And in our first example, my 92-year-old grandfather's garden, we're going to focus on weed prevention. Because if there's one thing I've learned over the years, there's no relaxing at Grandpa's house unless there's no weeds in the garden. Now, our pellets are easy to spread on, and using a bucket can help you control the distribution by pouring only enough pellets in the bucket that you can easily lift and control when applying. With moisture, these pellets expand 2 to 3 times their original size. This expansion also breaks down the pellets, allowing them to form a single cohesive layer that crusts over when dry. This crust layer helps to prevent weeds from popping through while simultaneously slowing moisture evaporation from the soil below. We found that using up to 1 inch of dry pellets to be an adequate amount for creating this mulch layer. We also found it is important to leave bare soil in a roughly 6-inch diameter zone around a plant as a buffer when getting started. This allows water into the soil quickly where it is needed most at the plant's roots, while leaving room for the pellets to expand inward so as not to smother the target plant. Also apply a similar buffer when planting seeds in a row, having 3 inches of bare soil on each side of the seed row. Pellets can be applied at any time during the growing process, but they prevent weed competition longer and better when applied at planting. Some of the footage in this video showcases testing where we put 2 inches of dry pellets all the way right up to the plants. It ended up as a great 5-inch thick mulch, but we had to dig out around the plants so they received more water in the beginning while their roots grew. Some of the small plants were even swallowed up by the expanding pellets, hence our recommendations. But you can see the difference at 3 weeks between using the pellets and not using the pellets. Will you never have a weed again? Of course you will. That's just nature. But even at 2 months, you can see there are a lot less weeds growing, and at that point, your plants will be long established. So in my grandfather's example, the goal was weed prevention, with the other benefits of the pellets an added bonus. And in the next example, my mother's new garden, the goal is going to be mainly water retention and soil quality. This new garden is located in sandy soil, so fanatical weed growth really isn't an issue, but keeping the soil wetter and full of nutrients so your plants will grow can be. In this garden example, we again used the pellets as mulch to retain moisture underneath the crust, but we also put pellets in the bottom of the holes the plants would go into. Not only does this make sure moisture is retained right near the root systems, it also acts as a soil amendment, providing a small amount of nutrients as it decays underneath the soil. Now, it's not a replacement for good black dirt and fertilizer, but it does help. And in this scenario, on top of the soil, we used less than 1 inch of pellets, just enough to where we didn't see much dirt, which to our delight still created a full and effective crust layer as the pellets expanded, and it absolutely slowed moisture evaporation from the soil right around the plants. And whether you use a lot of pellets like in my grandfather's garden, or just enough to get by like we did in my mother's garden, the great thing is you can just till all this great organic matter back into your garden at the end of the season, thus maintaining or even increasing the quality of your soil for next year. So to recap, we recommend about 1 inch of pellets on top of the soil as a mulch weed barrier, with one 40-pound bag covering up to 20 square feet, give or take, depending on exact usage. We also recommend to leave a pellet-free buffer zone of about 6 inches right around your plants and seed rows. And when beneficial, apply pellets underground to designate moisture traps and remedy soil quality issues or compaction. Now that you've seen a couple examples of what White River Egg Products straw pellets can do for your garden, the only thing left to do is go out and try them yourselves. It might take a little tweaking to reach your specific goals with your growing conditions, but using a beneficial all-organic product made in the US just makes sense if you're trying to get the most out of your garden. Well, I hope you found this video helpful, and don't forget to check out our other videos. For more information or to contact us about trying these pellets, go to whiteriveregg.com. And for everyone at White River Egg Products, I'm Peter Michael, and happy gardening.